Hi, I'm Koki Lipinski with Swymnut Masters, and I'm here to teach you today about getting hip with your hips. In freestyle and backstroke, we really want to get our hips involved. We want to control the action of our hips, but they do play a role. And it's a role that I think has gotten not enough attention. In freestyle, we want to be able to get over on the right hip as the right hand enters the water. We should be slightly riding that hip. If the left hand is entering the water, I want to be slightly riding the top of that hip. What I don't want to be doing is reaching across my body, riding the right hip while the left hand is entering. As you can see, my body is completely cockeyed and I'm not going to be able to cut through the water. So cutting through the water is about taking that whole body experience. To get those hips where you want them, you've got to control your core. You have to be able to pull in that belly button to your spine, is one way that somebody puts it, and reach long. You want to swim very tall in your stroke. What you want to stop from happening is the twisting motion or rotating motion of your hips. So I want to think about reaching my hip, the top of this hip bone. I want to take that and reach that to the other end of the pool without letting my belly button slide to the side. Control your hips on freestyle. You're going to have a much better, faster freestyle. Now we are introducing a water safety technique with sculling on your back. All right, go ahead, ladies. So here our swimmer lays out on her back, gently kicks, gently sculls the water, just back and forth, kind of a sweep in, sweep out. Our trainer has her arms underneath the middle of the back there and just giving the support that helps them feel that they have a good float on the water. Right now we have front scull with a snorkel. With a light kick, she can scull any way she wants. And then when she's ready, she's going to go vertical by pressing on the water and bringing her knees to her chest. Just like so.
Today I'm going to review treading water. We'll go over the sculling motion, egg beater kick, the full stroke, and treading alternatives. Treading water is often one of the first skills that parents want me to teach their child. However, treading water properly with a relaxed sculling motion and egg beater kick is a more advanced skill. From a safety perspective, a comfortable, relaxed back float is your most critical life-saving skill. It's not uncommon for young swimmers to be able to back float or even swim backstroke for longer than they can tread. Maintaining a vertical up and down body position requires a good feel for the water. Most beginners want to use dog paddle arms and running legs. This can get tiring over a short period of time. You want to use your hands like fan blades. The angle of your hand and how it moves through the water can create downward pressure without pushing down. If I want to put this candle out, I certainly don't want to push straight down. However, a quick side-to-side motion surprisingly does the trick. By changing the angle of my hand, I create downward air pressure that puts the candle out. In the water, a slower yet similar hand motion helps create the downward pressure needed to stay afloat while treading. I often introduce the sculling or finning motion when teaching back floats. It gives kids that are grabby something to do with their hands. Notice I'm using the side-to-side motion with my arms while changing the angle of my hands. Here I'm utilizing the same hand and arm motion in a vertical treading body position. My hands scull out and together, out and together. I can feel the pressure of the water against my hands throughout the stroke. If I speed it up, I can lift myself farther out of the water. In general, though, I'm just trying to keep it slow and steady. As we move on to the kick, if I want to crush this can, would I use a pointed toe? No. I keep my foot flatter. Similar to breaststroke, we push or kick with the sole of our foot. Egg beater kick gets its name from the motion of the legs. First I'm pushing down and out, then bringing my leg in and up. One leg at a time, down and out, in and up, down and out, in and up. Here I'm doing the kick in the water. Stay nice and tall, don't curl up in a ball. While my knees are bending significantly, I'm not bringing them up to my chest. I'm kicking from the waist down. My kick is kind of lazy here, but you only want to kick hard enough to stay afloat.